Welcome to the Positively Charged EV channel. We were invited for the second year in a row to the North American International Auto Show,
which is also known as the Detroit Auto Show in Detroit, which anybody knows who's been there is the actual inspiration behind Gotham City.
And we want you to see what we saw, so let's do it.
Sarah with Drive the Lightning. I am here in Detroit for the North American International Auto Show, aka the Detroit Auto Show. I have my press pass. Let's go see some EVs. Come on.
Huntington Place was a great venue for this. There was a lot of excitement in the air. Everybody was excited to be there. And we walked in, we had two EVs on either side of us. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was nice. We didn't walk in and then there's a big gas car, but no, we had the Rivian truck right there. This is a truck that Sarah and I see all day, every day in Grand Rapids, Michigan. A lot of people around here drive these and they absolutely love them because it's a fantastic little truck and it's a ground up startup. It's not a retrofitted F-150, for example. It's an actual EV from the ground up. And Rivian's doing a great job with it, really.
Right, and then they also have the Rivian SUV, if you're an SUV person, which we aren't really, but if we were,
this is our SUV, right?
And I love Rivian's little adorable and unmistakable little froggy face on the front, the way they have their headlights, and I'm glad they kept it the same for the SUV. And it was cool seeing them both there.
Yeah, and we see quite a few of these around our neighborhood, by the way. And if you're looking for stats and specs, you're at the wrong channel. We don't do that here. The best car is the Lucid Air. When I say the best car, of course I mean the best car in the universe ever built. Is the Lucid Air. We do have one or two of these in Grand Rapids, and I try to steal them every time I see them.
Yeah,
I'm just not a criminal mastermind.
It has beautiful lines. Speaking of beautiful lines, we have the Dodge Charger SRT concept car here. What a gorgeous vehicle to look at. I mean, it is really stunning.
And Mopar lovers like us, we'd love to see this on the road. And gorgeous as it is a little silly. It's got like car noises it makes. You know, rum, 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 rum for EV.
Some people really like that though.
I don't care, but it's beautiful.
It is
If it
lovely.
ever hits the road, I look forward to seeing it. And Chrysler too, with the airflow, they've been talking about it for a couple of years. This is the first time we saw like the concept in person, and it really is beautiful as a crossover vehicle. Again, not on the road yet. We'll see. Speaking of not on the road yet, the Ram.
Yeah, boy, I wish they had those on the road.
Oh,
but
man.
It was nice seeing the intention of it. It's there.
Yeah,
it's
and the
coming.
chassis, they showed like the way the drivetrain works with the motors in the front and the back. You know, the skateboard is a very popular EV standard now to do a skateboard. So we look forward to seeing the Dodge Ram EV on, the road eventually.
Sure.
One of our favorites.
Yeah, we have the Polestar 2 was there, which was really nice to be able to look at, and we could have access to it, which was great. Some of them were fenced off, as you might have already noticed, but Polestar was like, come on in, check everything out.
Yeah, it's decent little frunk on this thing. It's this is a Volvo as the parent company of Polestar, so it's not really a brand new company, but it is a brand new EV. Sarah looks good behind the wheel, and they have nice styling. The back seat, I think you said, was a little small, Sarah.
I didn't try sitting in it like I have, but it did look a little cramped.
Now this is the Porsche Taycan EV. Another weird one, but this is the car Bill Gates drives. Really fast, but it has a 2-speed transmission, which are notoriously proven by Tesla to be dangerous. When they made their first Roadster, it just kept burning up. So why they went with that in the EV, it's not necessary, but it's a beautiful car. I'm glad I can't afford it because then I don't have to worry about nitpicking it.
Or
I can't afford it anyway. Yeah, exactly. One thing they had that I liked was they had the track set up for all the EVs, where you could take a ride in electric cars. They had Tesla, all the Teslas there. They had the Bolt. They had the Ford Mach-E. They had the Cadillac Lyric. They had the Hummers. So you could jump in these things and go for a ride, which of course Sarah could not resist doing. And which car did she choose? Sarah, which car did you choose to go for a ride in at the Detroit Auto Show?
I am inside the Ford Mach-E, and I am going to be getting a ride. My driver here, do you mind going on camera for a second? Okay, can you introduce yourself? Oops,
All right.
this way.
Hello, my name is Sarah Haro, professional driver, and I'm in the Mach-E over here at the Ford booth on the electrified version of the Detroit Auto Show. Let's take it for a ride.
Perfect, thank you. All right, so we're gonna see how the Mach-E does. Anyone who's ever known me knows that this is the car that I want to own. The four-wheel vehicle I want to own. It's a lot of fun. We're both Sarah's. We're both on Drive the Lightning. She's promised not to kill me. I'm excited about that.
Well, here we go.
All right.
That's pretty good grip. So this is the Select. So it is a rear-wheel drive version of the Mach-E.
Okay.
It has 266 horsepower with 317 foot-pounds of torque.
Awesome.
It's really good for like a normal daily and so forth. It gives you about 250 miles per charge. However, the Sync 4 system in this thing will learn how you're driving and adjust your range based off of that.
Oh, interesting. Now, what if my husband and I have very different ways of driving?
Oh yeah, it will notice his driving and drag down that range a lot. It's going to notice like we're
Wait,
doing
why do you
decline.
think he drives rougher than I do?
I don't know, I just assumed by the way I said it. My bad.
Nope.
Maybe you're the one that's going to drag down that range.
I was born in Detroit. I have a lead foot.
Ooh.
I'm recovering. I'm working on it.
All right.
But yes, I am a cautious and careful driver. Well, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate the
Thank
ride.
you.
Good driving.
Then Sarah took a seat and checked it out. She thought maybe if she sat in it long enough, they would just let her have it. Maybe they think it was hers. She brought it to the show. We better let her go. Open up the bay door. Sarah's taking her Mach-E home. Then we checked out the back seat. Sarah, what'd you think?
I thought that the back seat had lots of space. I wish I'd have sat in it so I could see for sure, but also my plan didn't work. They did not let me drive at home.
Yeah.
They didn't. They were on to me from the start.
Right. And also, by the way, the VW ID4 was there.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. It is a beautiful car. We wanted to see the VW Buzz van. It was
Yes.
not there.
It was.
If there was a showstopper, though, it was this.
Yes, the Corvette E-Ray.
Now, we are not gearhead or whatever you want to call us, but this is just a gorgeous car. We spent way too much time on this, but some cool things about it. It's all-wheel drive and dual drivetrain, so it has electric motor up front, big V8 in the back, which we're not usually for, but we are in this case because it can get up to 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds, and then from there the V8 kicks in and you're gone. And it's just absolutely, I mean, just look at it. Maybe I should just be quiet and we can just enjoy the show.
I do have to say, though, that I felt there was a little emotional manipulation in the fact that they dressed it up exactly like our beloved R2-D2 from Star Wars. From there, we went over to see the Chevy Silverado EV, which we're excited to see when this one gets on the road in Michigan here. Trucks are king.
Yeah, and this will be a big one. You see, they got the fold-down seats so you can get more capacity in there, like for surfboards, kayaks, whatever. But then also you have all these power outlets, which is a big deal for camping and, you know, for work.
Right. Then we went over to see the Chevy Blazer EV. We did see it last year with one key difference. The one that they have here now is their production intent vehicle. And they say we should start watching the roads because we're going to start seeing Chevy Blazer EVs in the wild.
Yeah, like as early as now when you're watching this video.
They said fall of 2023. I'm like, that's now.
And it's a beautiful vehicle. I mean, they've chose a cool color scheme. It comes in a couple different varieties. All-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, different battery configurations. Just a really cool car. Speaking of cool, the Niro is remodeled. This has just been a steady Eddie, excellent EV, the Kia Niro. And here it goes, another generation. We're glad to see that because, you know, it gets like some 300 miles of range or so. Charges pretty quick. It's been reliable. It's a great car. Not as cool, of course, as the EV6.
Right, the EV6 was there. That was, of course, it's just one of my favorite EVs as far as styling. And seeing it in this dark forest green, I thought was pretty stunning. So I'd take it. I'd buy it.
Yeah, me too. Some honorable mentions. The solar car from the University of Michigan. This is where they race these things across the country. How far can we go and how fast on solar energy alone? And they've won like 9 times this competition. So it's kind of nice to see that in person. And a couple of gas cars, which we usually don't talk about.
We usually don't, but these we had to mention.
Yeah, 3 wheels, 2-seaters. Sound familiar? Aptera.
Well, there's no solar here, and there's not even battery power.
Yeah, it's gas.
So
cars.
these are just gas.
But they're just
kind of cool.
They're neat. Yeah, the Vanderhall, Carmel. If these were the only gas cars on the road, we wouldn't have an issue with CO2 emissions. It's really the last mile deliveries, the big trucks. That's what's causing the issues. These just look like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're excited to see more interest in three-wheel vehicles, so we felt like we should mention it.
Exactly. And these will be awfully cool. I hope to see these on the road. If they get on the road, they'll be in Michigan. This has got Michigan written all over it.
For sure.
And there were some weirder things. They had flying things there. It's not something we talk about on this channel yet because it's terrifying, I guess.
I'm not sure we're ready for this.
I don't want just my neighbor over here, Steve, flying around the neighborhood in a, VTOL.
I would like to see some standardization of like laws for flying individual flying vehicles. I mean, do you have to follow like FAA
rules,
fixed wing vehicles? I don't know.
Special thanks to Visit Detroit, who hosted us in the media center. They were wonderful hosts. And a special thank you to all of our members who make things like this possible. Thank you.
You guys rock.
You do rock.
We really do appreciate you, Bob, Dan, Norman, Tom, Nick, Carol, Kenny, Mike. You guys are incredible. It's not lost on us that you're spending real money to support what we do. We appreciate it. We're going to do everything we can to make it worth it to you. And thank you.
Thank you so much. We also have to say a warm thank you to everyone who's part of the DTL Mug Club. Thank you so much. We are collecting the profits from this to try and get out to San Diego again. We're really looking forward to that. And if mugs aren't your thing, we're adding a few other products to the store.
So whether you're Galactic Greg or Jay Busby or Bob Newchow, we appreciate every one of you. And the map is filled up nicely now. You can see we've gotten enough mugs to get about a little over halfway there. So as soon as we get invited back to Aptera for some more coverage, because of you, we'll be able to take them up on that offer. And Bob Newchow, who always, whenever he can, sends us cups of coffee through the Buy Me a Coffee link. Bob, it's appreciated very much, and we thank you for all the support you've given us. This is Chad Sarah from Driving Lightning, the Positively Charged EV channel. Stay positive.
Stay charged.
Stay charged.
Stay charged.
No,
Somebody
someone else
says
says that.
Just stay
Stay
positive.
awesome and positive.